All right. Are we here? We are here. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. And let me see what some of this stuff is. I got a lot of stuff on my desk here. But I'm here. Glad to have everybody tuning in. A little late, but I'm here. Let everybody pile on in the room. A little ashy, I always start off a little ashy. Let me let everybody on Instagram know that we're doing our thing right now. Let me get this thing popping. Hope you guys had a great weekend so far. Let me turn my sound down here. Just bear with a player for a minute. Copy link. All right, I'm about to let everybody know on the gram that we're doing our thing live. Hold on one second. Swipe up. All right. Okay. Let me put a little link in there. And we're going to do this thing. We're going to do the hell out of this. There you go. We're going to do this. You feel me? Do you feel me? All right. All right, man. What's up, man? We here. I'm ready. I got that North Sentinel Island University shirt on. The holiday sweater. I know a lot of you got yours. This is our alma mater, the North Sentinel Island University shirt. You can get this at hiddencolorsfilm.com. 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 That's where you can get that. A lot of folks like the animated short film that I posted on Tariq Radio on my page here, where everybody should be subscribing. They love the animation, the peanut brittle animation. We finally animated that. Shout out to my brother over there in Dubai who hooked that up. And he's going to animate another one, the Jamaica one. A lot of people have requested the Jamaica story. So that one's just as funny as that one. Yeah, the animation was great. I mean, the details were funny. What was funny to me was all the little details. Like my son's fighting, and there's one part at the end where Mateo throws a laptop down the stairs. Little shit like that is hilarious. You dig? But yeah, that peanut brittle thing, man, that was something that happened to me years ago. When did that happen? That was like 2000. No, that was 2010 when that happened. I told the story in 2011. I think it was. Trying to see. I think it was 2010 when that peanut brittle thing happened, because I know I was going on a lecture tour, and I think it was 2010. You dig? Man. Yeah, if you want this shirt, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. But yeah, in that skit, I talked about that maltitol. Let me tell y'all something. If you ever run across something that says sugar-free, and you look at the ingredients and that shit says maltitol, don't do it. Whenever something, see, that's the thing. People are very tricky with the way they label stuff. I have, you know what? And I have not fucked with peanut brittle really since. Very rarely have I rocked with peanut brittle. Ever since that incident, that kind of got me off of it cold turkey. I think I've had some twice since then. I've had some twice, and the reason why I had it is because I was like out of the country somewhere where it was very organic, and I knew there were no other chemicals in it. But that shit got me off on peanut brittle for a long time, even regular peanut brittle. And I haven't even set foot in no See's candy. See's candy is just, that's the house of Satan to me. I'm traumatized because of See's candy to this day. I do not like See's candy. yeah, if you see something that says sugar free and you look at the ingredients, if it doesn't say like fruit juice, something like that, fruit, if it's sweetened with fruit juice, that's okay. You know, if it's grape juice or something like that, sometimes things are sweetened with fruit juice. But if you see maltitol, run. Nigga, don't eat no damn maltitol. I'm telling you, just like I did in the movie, in the little animated movie. A little bit of maltitol, just a little bit will fuck you up. Just a little bit will tear you up. I mean, you eat like one little butter cookie of maltitol, your stomach is toe up. So just imagine I ate a whole gang of it. You know, I think that shit could have killed me. I think with maltitol, you can only, like, the FDA has a certain amount. They list a certain amount of grams of that shit you can consume. So I'm pretty sure I poisoned myself. That's why my bowels were so toe up. But yeah, you're not, according to the FDA, you're not even supposed to be eating a certain amount of damn maltitol. You did? Man, but you know, yeah, the FDA, they do approve poison. That's true. That's true. If we're gonna keep it a buck, they do approve poison. A lot of stuff going on. Did you guys see? I posted a picture. Let me post a picture here. I posted a picture on my Instagram. Y'all see these dudes, these officers? They standing over here over a drug bust, and they got like $70 spread out on the table, two pistols, and some real whack looking weed, and people are clowning their ass. But they posting it. I don't know what city this is, but these guys are so desperate to seem like tough guy lawmakers. They got 2 bags of weed and look like it's that Reggie weed, that bullshit ass weed. Look like one of the bags looks like a bag of stems. Looks like a bag of twigs. So they ain't even no good weed. I'm not a weed connoisseur, but I'm pretty sure good weed don't look like no fucking twigs. I know twigs when I see them. And they standing over it's literally I thought it was $72. People were like, no, that's only $70. So I gave them an extra $2 damn. Shout out to Lance W. What's up, my brother? And I got love for Brooklyn. And speaking of Brooklyn, let me show y'all something else. Speaking of Brooklyn. But yeah, these dudes standing over $70 fucking like they done took down El Chapo. They standing over this money looking like they came just in time so it wouldn't get laundered to Colombia. Oh, these fuckers are real desperate. But let me play. This is from Brooklyn. And I posted this on my gram and went viral. Now this was on. Hold on. Let me start it back. Hold on. Let me turn the volume up. Well, the volume doesn't matter. Just a girl dancing to Jay-Z. It's a white girl. Hold on. So I posted this white girl standing in front of the Marcy Projects in Brooklyn doing the Harlem Shake. Hold on. People, they have named her gentrification. Now she's standing in front of Marcy's Projects. This blonde white girl. She's actually I think she's from Germany somewhere, but she lives in New York too. So she's standing in front of the Marcy Projects dancing. You dig? She's really, really extra. A lot of folks feel a certain way about that. A lot of folks feel a certain way. Now the comments are kind of half and half. There's certain people are like, man, get Jen. Her name is Jen. They call her gentrification. She's from Denmark. Okay, she's from Denmark. Now some people are saying, man, she, the coon, oh, she getting it in. She tearing that shit up. Some people are saying, oh, it's harmless. Some people are saying, oh, this is cultural appropriation. Let me tell you something. you know, her dancing is whatever. It's whatever. The thing is, y'all better understand how people in the dominant society get down. A lot of stuff they do, it will look innocent. A lot of stuff they do will look harmless. But let me tell you something. They do little shit like that to mark their territory. That's not as innocent as you think it is. They do shit like that to mark their territory. She's going into Brooklyn in front of the Marcy projects, and people still live there. And I got an issue with people treating black neighborhoods like a human zoo. A lot of times people treat black neighborhoods like human zoos. Like, oh, I want to go to Compton. I want to go see it. Can I go see it? You know, that type of shit. So they want to go see. And look, I understand you want to see landmarks talked about by rappers. Okay, I can get that angle. I get that. But still, that's a form of zooism, just like they do in the Andaman Islands. Over there, close to North Sentinel Island, you know, they got the people over there living in squalor, and people drive through and throw food at them like a fucking zoo. They do the same thing when I went to Malaysia. There's a black tribe living in the jungles of Asia. I mean, you got to take a plane, a car, and a boat to get to these people. They're in the jungles of Asia. They've been there for thousands of years, and I've been there kicking it with them, and they have, you know, white tourists come by, you know, looking at them like a human zoo. And I really wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. I remember when me and Peanut went there, our boat pulled up to there. They have little small villages. So we pulled up to one village. Shout out to Ola. Everybody say what's up to Ola in the house. But the boat was pulling up. Somebody had to row us in a boat down the stream to their little village. And then, you know, they have little huts. And there was a couple of white people in the boat with us. They were from Europe somewhere. I don't know where they were from. So when the boat pulled up, the people, they saw the white folks. They were all out. And when they saw the white people, they kind of rolled their eyes and they went back into their huts. I'm okay. I said, I know that look. These niggas, they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered with this shit. And the tour guide was like, oh, you know, you go ahead, go see him, go take pictures with him, go do whatever. Yeah, go. They're cool. And I'm like, I'm feeling their energy. I'm like, they ain't really cool with motherfuckers just coming up here treating them like some human Zeus. They're not cool with this. I can just see in their attitude as another melanated person, I can feel their energy. Now, when they saw me and Peanut, they acted different towards us. They were cool with us. They saw us like, hey, fuck tribe y'all from? Because I don't even think they've ever seen any black American people before. You dig? So they were actually cool with us, and we interacted with them. We were playing with the children. We weren't just treating them. I think you can see video of it. I put up video when I went out there, but we were chopping it up with them. You know, one of the tribal leaders, I broke him off some paper so they can get, you know, clothes, food, or whatever they needed to get some for the kids. This was in Malaysia. There's, what's the name of that tribe? Onge Asai. I forgot the name of the tribe. It's one of those weird names, but it's a tribe of black people. They look just like us. Black as hell, big fucking afros and shit, living in Asia. They've been there for thousands of years. See, we was in the jungle playing spades. See, we were in the jungle frying up some catfish nuggets with the native brothers and sisters. But I think I had some Malaysian money with me. But I remember the white people there were just real cold, you know, all in their face, all in their space, taking pictures, and just all in their space, not really talking to them, just treating them like exotic animals. So, yes, Orang Aslai. That, yeah, I've always had a problem pronouncing that name. Orang Aslai, yes. Yeah, they were some of the first Asians. Yeah. So, people they don't like you treating in the white supremacists. They got a habit of going around people and treating them like a human zoo, and they do the same thing with us over here. They do the same thing with us over here. They tour so-called rough black neighborhoods or infamous black neighborhoods so they can brag about it to their friends like they've been in the danger zone. But back to the white girl dancing. Understand this. Her going there, that was very significant because understand, black people can't go to other black people's projects and just start dancing in front of the projects. You can't go to somebody's neighborhood and just start dancing like that. You go to somebody's housing project, put on some music, pull out a camera, and start dancing. We know better than to do that. And she knows that black folks can't do that. But she could do it. She understands what whiteness is. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why she did it. She understood what whiteness was. She's like, wait a minute. I'm white. Yeah, I'm up here doing my little hip hop shit and I hang with niggas or whatever, but I'm still white. So she treated the Marcy projects like North Sentinel Island. She went up there and now she can brag to her white friends, I was up in Jay-Z's housing project dancing. So now she got bragging rights. Don't think that was some innocent shit. Y'all better understand how they work. That's just how that dude did when he went to North Sentinel Island. He was up there under the guise of, well, I just want to bring Bibles. I just want to teach them about Christ. And when he got to the island, he met some of my alumni over at the school. All right. So that was her way of continuing the colonization of Brooklyn because they're already gentrifying Brooklyn. They have to come at it from the approach of a colonizer. You dig? Yeah, with all that extra energy, a lot of times you can't go up into nobody's project with a camera. Well, I know out here, you better not pull up in Nickerson Gardens, Jordan Downs, or Imperial Courts with no camera, let alone just out there dancing and no. Unless you done checked in. You dig? And another thing they know, y'all think it's innocent. All the Negroes who say, oh, that was just innocent. Oh, that was just dancing. Oh, everything ain't got nothing to do with race because there's a lot of you Negroes out there. Oh, everything don't have to do with race. Let me tell you something, Negro man or Negro woman. And some of you women out there co-signing her, I'll tell you what. Go to her neighborhood and do what she did in the Marcy projects. Let's see if race don't matter if it's not about race. Take your black ass to where she lives, put on some music, and get to dancing. And watch what happens in the next 2 minutes. Whoop, whoop. Put your hands behind your back, nigga. You understand? They'll get you up out the paint. They'll get you up out the paint fast. I'll take it a step further. Black person, go to Marcy Projects, turn on some music and start dancing. And watch what happens. Somebody will call the police on your ass, and they will come and scoop you right the hell on up. A black person can't even do that in front of the projects like that. Black folks, you can go down to Manhattan and dance. You might get away with dancing on a subway somewhere where the subway is moving. But Go to Marcy Projects. If the niggas don't catch you and touch you up, somebody's gonna call the cops on you. You did? So don't think that's as innocent as you think it is. You did? You just ordered 2 North Sentinel Island shirts. That's what's up, man. Much respect. Much respect to you. So I said she had the police, but yeah, the police was probably already out there. So understand when people are sliding in to stake their claim. And I've seen other videos of this chick. You know, she's just a mediocre, a white girl that learned a couple of hip hop moves. Nothing special, but you know Negroes. I saw one video of her. She's looked like they had some kind of dance studio or something, and there's a bunch of Negroes around her, and she's dancing. And you know, and you know how Negroes are when they get around white people. Every little thing they do, we gotta be all extra. She did that little hand flicking move. She was dancing, and then she started flicking her arms, and the niggas in the back, ooh, ooh. The niggas get the buck in their eyes with y'all desperate black asses, with your desperate ass. White people come around you and do some mediocre. Black men and black women be doing that coon shit. White girl do one little ass move, some little half ass move. Ooh, ooh, shit. Shit! Oh, damn! You see that? You see Becky? Shit! Just like that white boy who's in the fraternity. I think he's a Q dog or something. I don't know. I forgot what his name is. Sean Whiteman or some shit. Sam Whiteman, whatever the fuck his name is. And he was doing, you know, some of the college Greeking steps and all that. Then that nigga did some shimmy shit. And all the bed wenches, yes, ooh, sit down. He did some old weak ass shimmy, and all of a sudden, y'all done put on a bandana and a cooking apron, so you can make him some biscuits with your bed wenching ass. Yes, go white boy, go white boy, go white boy, go white boy. You know how niggas are so extra. Niggas are just so damn extra when somebody white come do something. Yeah, he did that little stiff ass shimmy, that old mayonnaise ass shimmy. You dig? So, you know, we got a very bad habit of bigging up the mediocre shit that people in other communities do. We got a real big problem with that. We'll big their shit up, and then we will try to degrade things black people do. Black people can do phenomenal things right around you, and you up here, man, fuck all that. Fuck that nigga. That nigga, alright. That nigga stole his moves from me. You know, niggas just find every little reason to hate. A half-ass white girl do 2 or 3 steps. God damn! Man, you see that? Man, I'm gonna call you white chocolate. Yeah, you damn like you black. You see a sister do the same shit, even better. A sister knock that shit out. Bitch, get your ass on out of here, bitch. Wearing them weeds. Niggas just make up anything. I don't like your weeds. You just make up anything to hate on another black person. We got a very bad habit of that. We got to get off that shit. We got to get off that. This is why people have infiltrated us heavy. And this is why they're systematically turning us out. Well, they have, and they're doing it even more. And what they're doing now, they've turned us out psychologically. So now they're turning us out sexually. I touched on this a little bit on a broadcast a few weeks ago. But what they're doing, they're systematically turning black people out to cause more sexual confusion, as our brother Neely Fuller has always stated. They're trying to cause more sexual confusion. You know, and Neely Fuller says when they can confuse you sexually, you done. I'm gonna get on that in a second. Y'all want me to talk about Chad and Michelle? Michelle and Chad, they're not together. I think I touched on that before. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Chad from Destiny's Child, not Michelle from Destiny's Child. She was with this suspected dude, white supremacist suspect, Chad, the preacher, with his funny style family. I exposed a lot of the fuckery in his family, and when people saw the show, you can tell the family looked like they was on some bullshit. The family is a bunch of Trump supporters, and I think Chad is too. Chad is a Trump supporter. So Michelle was very desperate to get married, desperate to get engaged, but reality just simply kicked in. I knew that wasn't gonna work at all. Just by looking at this dude's family, that's why I'm like, this dude's family, they're Trump supporters. These dudes are some low-key suspected white supremacists. That's not gonna work. This dude is really trying to clout chase. Understand, the white supremacists, they will latch on to you to clout chase. Let me break something down. A lot of the white supremacists, they live very mediocre existences. The white supremacists, they live mediocre existences. They like to latch on to us for different shit. As a matter of fact, they have to latch on to us. White supremacists, I ain't talking about white people, I'm talking about white supremacists. They're like cancers, not the zodiac sign, the disease. They're like a disease. I'm making an analogy here. In a cancer, they need a host to latch on to. And we're the main hosts that they latch on to in order to get life, in order to get culture, in order to get a lot of things, in order to get real validation. Whenever they get around us, they have to, their identity is predicated on us, really, if we're going to be very honest. It's based on anti-black hatred. Their identity is based on us. That's why if you ask the average white supremacist, what do you like about being white? They'll start naming shit that they're not. Well, I don't get discriminated against. I don't get targeted. I don't get pulled over. I don't get this. They can't say, well, we built the country. No, you didn't. That was over here, buddy. They can't say, well, I like my religion. Well, y'all got, your religion is white supremacy. Nobody's more Christian than black people. Hell, nobody's more Muslim than black people. We can out-Muslim Muslims. Just like John Henry Clark said, we know how to out-Muhammad and out-Pope the Pope. So the white supremacists, they can't point to anything that really defines their identity outside of them mistreating and torturing people who are non-white. That's the thing that defines their identity. Now, they'll try to make up some shit, like the Aryan myth, the Aryan God bullshit. Just like with the Nazis, they tried to make up this whole Aryan God myth. The Jared Taylors and the Richard Spencers, they'll start talking about this fantasy island, European, Nordic God shit. And that falls flat when you take your ass over there to Europe and see the area they're talking about. You see some of these Nordic God areas that they're supposed to be from, and you got a bunch of broke, methed out Europeans over there. Have y'all been to Europe before? Let's keep it 100. Have y'all been to certain parts of Europe? Certain parts of Europe is raggedy. Certain parts of Europe is raggedy than a motherfucker. Raggedy, drug infested, disease infested right now. I ain't talking about years, right damn now. You dig? I ain't talking about all of it, but some of these places, yeah, some Eastern Europe, and they'll try to, be on some, well, those are gypsies, all that old bullshit. Then they start getting into ethnicities. Yeah? Yeah, real talk, Ray. Europe ain't really popping like that. It ain't no just a sprawling, beautiful place like that. I mean, I'm not shitting on Europe. I go there and I kick it or whatever, but shit, man. Y'all go to Europe and see, I've been to Italy, Italy, they ain't really balling out like that. The only thing that's popping in Italy is the tourism. I talked about Ireland before. Ireland really just got their shit together really in the 90s. Truth be told, Ireland really got their shit together in the 90s. You did? Certain Eastern European countries ain't popping like that. You did? So when they start talking about all this European greatness, you can start tearing that up by just pointing to some of these places that they claim to be so great. You dig? Yeah, you got people living in huts up there in these Nordic areas. You got some of these. What's the fuck are they called? I forgot the name of the people. The Sami people. The Sami tribe up there in Europe. These people living in huts. They try to make it seem like Africans are all in huts. You got tribes of white people living in huts. You got tribes of white people walking on all fours over there in Europe. There's a village over there. Where's that village? There's a village over there in Europe right now today where the whole village is of people walking on all fours. Have y'all heard about this? I'm not making this up. I'm not even saying this to be disparaging or anything. Is it Turkey? Is it over in Turkey? Somebody help me on where's this place? You know, my memory. Yes, it's in Turkey. Okay. It's a village in Turkey. Okay. Near the Caucasus Mountains. Hold on, I'll try to show y'all. No, we're not making this up. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on 1 minute. I'll play a video of it. Yeah, they walk on all fours. Hold on 1 second. It's in Turkey, yeah. It's a remote village. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Hold on.
Something truly astounding. A discovery that's caused an absolute sensation. One that could have untold significance for every one of us. And not only that, it's a totally engrossing mystery story too. You're about to meet a family that shouldn't exist. A family like no other. They could just be the missing link between man and ape. The holy grail scientists have sought for generations. They're living, breathing men and women, but they walk on all fours, just as we did 4 million years ago. And until this film was shot, they were hidden away, unseen by the outside world. A remote village in Turkey.
Okay.
Here, hidden from the world, lives an extraordinary family. A family whose very existence could rewrite the evolution textbooks.
I was really fascinated. You know, here are humans doing things that they're not meant to be doing.
For the past year, their existence has been known to just a handful of experts who have been sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, they've been hiding.
When I heard of it myself, I was intrigued, but nothing prepared me for the reality. Now, finally, the secret can be revealed.
Okay, all right. So they've been hidden. There's a reason why they've been hiding them. And they only showed a few. They make it seem like it's just like one family. No, it's more of them over there. It ain't just one family of them. It's a bunch of them over there walking around like that. You understand? It ain't just that they try to minimize it. Yeah, they've been hidden, sworn to secrecy. Why they sworn to secrecy? Did you see the language that they were saying? Did y'all see that? They're sworn to secrecy. You ain't supposed to talk about white people because those are white people. You're not supposed to talk about them. They'll try to, well, they're not really white. No, they always play that bullshit. No, they white. You're not supposed to show white people in a disparaging light. That's just reality. That right there, that exists. You're supposed to show Africans primitive. You're not supposed to show any white people primitive at all. That's what, and where they are in Turkey, that's over there near the Caucasus Mountains. You understand? Let me get the name of that village, because I saw the village, and it's something like northern Turkey, I think. Hold on. Real heavy stuff, man. Real heavy shit. Hold on one second. Yeah, where that is, yeah, that place is like northern Turkey. That's closer up there. I want to say it's close, kind of by going towards Bulgaria, Romania, that area. Going towards that area. I forgot the name. Let me find the exact name of that village. Yeah. Y'all just look at it. I don't want to spend too much time, looking, but it's up there. It's up there in that area. You dig? You think it's near Armenia? Okay. Because there's, you got one side of Turkey is by Armenia, the other side is over there. So is it southeast Turkey? Okay. Okay, man. They'll try to play it off. They'll start making up shit. Well, Turkey's the Middle East, dude. No, not really. No, that's still Europe. You dig? They'll try to play it off. Man. They'll try to play that thing off. But yeah, Turkey is one of those places that's straddling right on Europe and the so-called Middle East. You know? So it's straddling. And they say that Turkey, different parts of it is separated from Europe and the Middle East. So they try to play that little game. They'll try to play that little game. Yeah, real talk, there is no such thing as the Middle East. The term Middle East, that was made up like in the late 1800s, early 1900s by a naval guy, a guy in the Navy. Yeah, half in Europe, half in Asia, yeah. That's where the Saudis chopped the reporter up. Wow. Like Western Asia, yeah. Yeah, so ain't no such thing as the Middle East. But the point is, I'm going back to what the white supremacists like to do. They like to, their identity is based on, our status. So our status has to be a status of subjugation. We always have to be subjugated. Oh, for those asking about the shirt, this is the North Sentinel Island shirt. You can get this at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Great sweater. That's a Christmas sweater, holiday sweater. This is the sweater you need to be rocking for the holidays. Now, what they have to do with us, they have to keep us confused. They have to keep black people sexually confused. And if you can confuse black people sexually, as our brother Neely Fuller says, you can control and confuse us in any areas. And they are turning black people out in large numbers. Black people are being turned out by the white supremacists. Black people are being turned out sexually by the white supremacists. They're doing all types of sexual experiments on black people. The white LGBT community, they're latching themselves onto black people. They're using codified strategies to target black people who speak against this. This is where that whole Kevin Hart thing popped off. This whole thing where they started attacking Kevin Hart for making some alleged homophobic jokes. And now he got kicked off of hosting the Oscars. That's them doing a codified dog pile. The white supremacists are very good at codified dog piling. They know how to get on code through osmosis, and they know how to use certain people and attack certain people and get on code with attacking certain people in order to forward an agenda. So Kevin Hart, they created this fake outrage behind Kevin Hart making some gay tweets, some jokes. He was making jokes like a lot of comedians do on Twitter. I pointed out that you had other white comedians who made similar gay jokes that were even more vicious, and they skipped over them. And I was the one. I pointed out Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, Joe Rogan. I think Chelsea Handler said something. So their tweets of them making gay jokes. Nobody attacked them. Nobody said anything to them. Nobody made them apologize for anything. A lot of people started coming out talking about, well, they're not hosting the Oscars. Like that don't, when they start making weak arguments like that, that don't mean anything. Now, Sarah follows me. Sarah Silverman follows me. So she was kind of apologizing at first. And you know, my thing was I just wanted to show the hypocrisy. I'm showing the hypocrisy. You know, I didn't do it to get a reaction from her. I wanted to show the hypocrisy. So other people jumped on my tweets. One person, Nick Cannon, he jumped on it and he retweeted it and he posted it himself. And then when he posted it, so certain media outlets started, you know, getting his post and talking about it, which is good. See, and I like that. That's us getting on code. Even though I initiated that, I'm not in the credit business. I don't give a fuck about credit. Just get the shit out there. Everybody get on code. Us get on code. I respect Nick for getting on code. You dig? We all get on. The Snoop got on code. He was criticizing the criticism of Kevin Hart. You dig? So that's good that we are getting on code. We need more of that. We need more of that, of us getting on code, fighting against these people who try to attack us. Shout out to Arden Plumbing. Shout out to our brother down there in Texas. My brother's a good plumber down there. So I do care about credit? Not really. Not really. Dude, do you know how much shit I post daily that goes viral and it's all on everybody else's page? I mean, shit. I post shit almost every other day that goes viral and people get it, and I mean, it just happens. And then what's funny, a few days later, people send it back to me. Hey man, did you see this shit right here? And I'm like, dude, I posted that 4 days ago. I posted it already. You dig? But again, I ain't tripping on no credit like that. I just want us all to get on code. As long as we get on code, I'm good. As long as we're on code, I'm good. That's what we need to be. But the thing is, like I said, the white supremacists now, they're really, and I've been talking about this for the last few months, how they're really going hard on throwing the homophobic thing on black folks for every little reason. I tweeted something, y'all remember a few months ago, I think, about a month ago, when Jaden Smith, he said, yeah, Tyler the Creator is my boyfriend. I want to say, Tyler the Creator is my boyfriend. And, you know, people were kind of saying, okay, was he serious? Was he trolling? Was he, you know, what was that about? And I said, well, damn, that explains him putting on that dress. And then all of a sudden, a lot of these white LGBT people start jumping in my things. Hey, that's kind of homophobic. Hey, and then a couple of their Negro minions started jumping in. Hey, that's kind of over. That's kind of homophobic. Then I saw right there that they're ready to get on code, right? All I did was say the man was in a dress, which he was. I mean, hell, he was in a damn dress. I didn't say good or bad, right or wrong. Jaden Smith wore a dress. He wore a dress. I'm repeating what he said. I didn't make a joke about it or nothing. I didn't disparage him. Yeah, he wears a dress. Okay. That would explain that. But the fact that they were trying to get on code with that, that shows me how desperate they are. Anything, if you even say something about, if you even acknowledge a person in a dress, all of a sudden they're going to try to dogpile on you. That's them getting on code. And the fact that they were trying to pretend to give a damn about Jaden Smith. See, that's the thing. Whenever you see a bunch of people in the dominant white society defending a black person like that, always go on alert. The dominant white society, they'll go out of their way to defend two types of black people. And I want y'all to understand this. When I mean defend, I mean publicly defend. Not, they won't really help them, but they will pretend that they care about their well-being. They'll go out of their way to verbally defend two people. And you know this got to be a red flag. One, they'll defend a coon. They're always defending Sheriff Clark. They're always defending Jesse Lee Peterson. Those are the right-wing white supremacists. The left-wing white supremacists, they'll go out of their way to defend a black gay guy. You understand? They're both the same. The left-wing white supremacists and the right-wing white supremacists, they're the same. They're one and the same. But the right-wingers, they defend coons, and the left-wing white supremacists, they defend black gay dudes. So if you even remotely look like you're hostile towards a black gay dude, white people will get out there and defend him. Hey, don't you say nothing about him. Don't you attack him. Don't you attack that man. You're homophobic. Don't you attack him. And then they'll prop that nigga up. See, they know how to get individual black people and prop them up and shower them with attention. They don't really give them much, but they give them a lot of attention and make them the token. They make them the designated token, and they'll give them little book deals and shit. Give them a little radio show. They get their token niggas and really shower them and say, hey, we're not racist. Look at how we treat this nigga. And then what happens? That nigga that they're showering as an individual, he becomes a guard dog for the white supremacists within the LGBT community. That's why whenever we criticize the white supremacists within the LGBT community and this little racist shit they're doing to people like Kevin Hart, and there's another football player they just did the same way. They found some old tweets of him. He made some comments about the LGBT community, and they made him apologize, some other black athlete. So when they do that, when the LGBT community starts attacking black people, the Negroes within that community, they start acting like guard dogs. They get all the way off code. I'm saying those type of niggas, they got to be treated as enemy combatants of black society, not because of their sexuality, but their anti-black vitriol, because let's go deep. And I talked about this on the gram the other day. You notice most of the Gay Lives Matter people that they prop up, Gay Lives Matter is a lot of black people. In the so-called Black Lives Matter leaders, quote unquote, many of them were Gay Lives Matter leaders too. Gay Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter, they were making some of the people interchangeable. Did y'all know that? Y'all remember that? Like DeRay McKesson, for example. DeRay McKesson, he's a Gay Lives Matter dude and a Black Lives Matter dude. So they were deliberately making that interchangeable. That's why they keep propping DeRay McKesson up. There's a reason why they kept propping up DeRay McKesson when nobody on the streets fuck with him at all. Nobody fucked with him then. Nobody fucks with him now. DeRay McKesson just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they're like, DeRay and Netta, those are your leaders. That's the new Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. When white people are telling you this, you already know it's a trick bag. You already know it's a trick bag. These niggas were on the take. They were sending them down there with the backing of the white LGBT community's money. Those are the ones who's backing those folks. That's why D-Ray was down there in Ferguson. They were slapping him up. Even now, when he tries to go back down there, he tries to go down there with his books and all that, and they run him the fuck out of town. Everywhere D-Ray goes, there's somebody in the audience saying, that nigga don't represent us, fuck him, get him out of town. You understand? Yeah, my man Darren Seals slapped him down there in St. Louis. And also, and the complaint, because I was chopping it up with a lot of brothers and sisters down there in Ferguson, St. Louis, they kept saying the D-Rays and the Black Lives Matter folks came down there, and what happened, they turned that shit into an LGBT hookup. That became an LGBT block party. The white supremacists are very sophisticated with how they tokenize certain Negroes. And another thing, all those Gay Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter shills, most of those people were connected with Ebony Magazine. They were connected with The Root. They were connected with all that shit. And down there in Ferguson, you had lesbian couples, black lesbian couples getting married, and all the energy was being taken off punishing these race soldiers. They were down there twerking. They were down there proposing to each other. It became an LGBT block party to just confuse the energy. They're down there talking about intersectionality and all this dumb shit. That's by design. But when you look at institutions like The Root, which is a white supremacist institution, we know that The Root is a white supremacist institution, and those writers there, they push an anti-straight agenda. They push an anti-straight black man agenda. All those shea butter Twitters, and that's another thing. Us identifying them and we name them. That's the thing. That shows that you're on your way to freedom. You're going the right route to freedom. When you start naming certain things on your own terms, when you start doing that, that weakens the power they have over you. I want y'all to understand that. When you name things on your own terms, that will weaken the power of those things over you. Because when you accept the terms that they bring you, a lot of times those terms are deceptive, and they will use that deception to control you. This is why the white supremacists, whenever they conquered different lands, what did they do? They started naming everything. They renamed everything. All these places had names. When they got there, they were like, well, what's this? Well, this is called Rapa Nui. Well, I'm going to call it Easter Island because it's Easter today. I landed here today and it's Easter, so this is Easter Island from now on. And y'all niggas better learn some Spanish because we about to conquer your ass. And I remember I've been to Easter Island. And when I was talking to some of the native people there, and one thing I noticed, every time I was with the native people, every time I would say Easter Island, they would correct me. I'm like, how long, what's the weather like here on Easter Island? I'm like, no, Rapa Nui. They want you to say the original name. You dig? They want you to say the original name. Christmas Island, Puerto Rico, yeah. But the thing is this. We had the wherewithal to start naming some of these people who would come to us with these fake titles. Like a lot of the shea butter negresses, they would try to pretend to be feminist. That's why we had to rename them what they are. And that weakened them right there. They were coming around talking about their black feminist and all this old shit. And once you talked to them and once you saw what they were really about, they didn't give a fuck about no feminism. They didn't give a fuck about no other women. These are bedwenches. These are bedwenches whose trying to suck off any zaddy they can come across. So when we start identifying them as that, bed wenches and shea butters, so now when they come around with the fuckery, we already know they've already been weakened. We're not going to be manipulated by their bullshit. Referring to them as shea butter feminist. That exposes them. You see, the root is a joke right now. Y'all know the root is a laughing stock right now. And again, y'all notice I always point out that a lot of these publications, like the Root and a lot of these Negro Bedouin shea butter publications, they have a lot of first and second gen immigrants working there. Now, why are all these first and second gen immigrants either coons, bedwenches, or on some gay lives matter and the black community is secondary? Why are they on that? Because a lot of them niggas will be on some shit, well, I'm black and gay and, you know, my blackness and gayness is equal. They on that, which means my blackness, I think my gayness is going to trump my blackness. That's what they're really trying to say. That's them trying to completely minimize their blackness. They're never trying to minimize their sexuality. They're trying to minimize their blackness. But notice that a lot of those people from the Root and Ebony and all of those shea butters, those Gay Lives Matter, LGBT, they're first and second gen immigrants from either African countries or Caribbean countries. And the thing about these people, a lot of them had coon parents. A lot of them had coon parents, and their coon parents were allowed over here because they were coons. And their coon parents taught them how to worship white. So their coon parents send them anywhere where white people are. And the thing is, when white people get a hold of little black children, it's a wrap. Y'all ever notice in Africa and some of these Caribbean countries, white people are always adopting these black kids. For years, they've always went over there, adopted those black kids and brought them back over here. And a lot of times, you're like, whatever happened to those African kids these white people adopted? Guess what? Them niggas work at the Root. Them niggas work at Ebony. Them niggas work at the Griot. Those are the shea butters. A lot of them niggas that you see shea buttering and bedwenching and cooning, those are them niggas who were adopted by white people from Africa. That's what happened to them. That's what happened to them. They're all grown up and working for the Root and all of these shea butter publications. That's what happened to them right there. You understand me? A lot of these niggas were adopted and raised by white people. I'm not joking. I'm not making this up at all. A lot of these niggas were raised by white people. They were adopted and raised by white people and turned out. These white supremacists turned them the fuck out, done all types of sexual shit to them. This is why you find it interesting. These people these shea butter niggas are so pro-LGBT and they come from countries that don't allow that at all. They come from these African countries that don't play that bullshit. They don't play that. Especially in the Caribbean, you got a bunch of cats who have Jamaican ancestry, who staunch LGBT cats. They don't play like that in certain Caribbean countries, especially Jamaica. But again, some of these niggas get adopted, they get turned out over here, so they know they can't go back to their motherland or their home country. They know they can't go back there. They know they don't like black folks over here anyway. So they have to show complete dedication and loyalty to white mommy and zaddy over here. So we don't know the severity of the hate that some of these niggas have for other black folks. Some of these shea butter niggas, some of these LGBT black people, You don't understand the level of hatred they have for black society. And speaking of Jamaica, Buju Banton just got released from jail, by the way. Read in. You go to the website, hiddencolorsfilm.com. Hiddencolorsfilm.com. But you notice now when we see the fake white liberals, they have this thing where they'll try to, if you say something about a black child being sexually confused, because you notice they've been attacking black children lately with trying to have them gender fluid and all this. They've been really promoting this with black children, trying to make them gender fluid. And you want a great example of that. Look at Charlize Theron and her children. She was just doing an interview. Y'all see that interview she did with, what's Michael's name? Michael B. Jordan. There was some kind of interview she was doing with Michael B. Jordan, and Charlize Theron was talking about, yeah, so, me and my two daughters, we all go out and we do this, and my two daughters, she has a daughter and a son. Charlize Theron has a daughter and a son, but she turned the boy into a girl. She turned the boy into a girl. They do that little shit. Every time I see that a lot. Every time some black kids get around some suspected white supremacist adopted parents, all of a sudden the kid's sexuality is all up in the air now. Well, he wanted to put on a dress, or if it's a little girl, well, she wanted to wear a strap-on at 5 years old. She wanted it. Some asinine bullshit like that, like the child has the mind of a damn adult. They do that with black children. They adultify black children. All of us, a 3 or 4 year old adult, a black child is an adult. He knows that he wants to wear a sundress and flip-flops. Bullshit. Children will gravitate towards things that will get them approval from the person who's taking care of them. So this black child, this black boy, he found out, okay, if I put on a dress, this crazy white woman won't hurt me. This kid ain't asking for no fucking dress just to be asking for it. Do you understand that? They're like, look, if I put this dress on, this crazy white woman won't starve me to death. So he's like, white mommy, can I get that sundress? See, he wanted it. See? He wanted the dress. It's not me. He wanted it. See, that's the little game they fucking play. That's the little bullshit game they play. Y'all don't understand how demonic some of these white supremacist females are. Yeah, the little boy was encouraged to do it. She was probably starving him, doing whatever. They do little dirty shit behind the door, behind the scenes. You understand? We know what. We got a glimpse of the abuse that happens to our black children with Devontae, what's his name? Carter? What was that little boy's name? It was the Devontae Clark. What was his name? The cat up there in Oregon. The little black boy, these little black children were adopted by these demonic LGBT women. You feel me? See, we black folks are forced to do all this apologizing for random tweets. The LGBT community, the white LGBT community, think about the history of black people in the white LGBT community. They have never helped black people. The white LGBT community, they've been more vicious with their racism against black society as the rest of society. But back to Devontae Hart, that's his name. They were doing all types of sexual shit. This video, they had him dancing around in his drawers. They were starving him. They were beating the little girls. They were torturing them babies. And then ultimately they killed him. And the state knew. They were reported to Child Protective Services a number of times. But all the white supremacists, they get on code. They know how to turn a blind eye when the black kids are getting beat up. They know how to turn a blind eye to that. But we got to look at reality. And my LBGT brothers and sisters in here, we're going to have to keep it 100. The white LGBT community has never done anything for black society as a collective. The way we cape for them. Not only has the white LGBT community not done anything for us, they've done things to harm us just as bad as the other groups. Black people, we've always caped for them. We cape for them. When you look at some of these LGBT organizations that's white run, they call themselves civil rights organizations. We're the largest civil rights organization this, civil rights organization that. You better be clear. Civil rights in this country was designed specifically with black people in mind. There were civil rights laws in the 1800s and civil rights laws in the 60s that were passed. Those laws were written with black people in mind. Because nobody had been treated like us. They, like a cancer, latched on to us. They latched on to us to suck our energy out and to thrive on the energy designed for us. The white LGBT community, they've never been enslaved. They've never been Jim Crowed. They never had certain codes against them where they couldn't go into certain neighborhoods. They'd never been sundowned, meaning they would be killed if they went into a certain neighborhood. They didn't get lynched in large numbers. They did not get mass incarcerated in large numbers. They did not get mass unemployment in large numbers. They did not get Tuskegee'd like black folks did. Their children did not get forced to breed. No comparison. The white LGBT community has, in fact, they've capitalized off slavery because you have gay white slave owners. Just the opposite. What you getting civil rights for, something that was designed for us, and you were some of the people helping to perpetuate some of the degradation and resource deprivation that happened to black society. The white gay community puts white first. Their race is first. They do not put their sexuality first. Negroes think they're going to put their sexuality first and they're somehow equal to the white person in the LGBT community. And that's where dumb Negroes fuck up. That's where they mess up. And this is why the LGBT community, they always have to have a black person standing next to them. That's why they have to have us standing next to them in order to justify getting any type of benefits. Black folks get so easily fooled. You think the LGBT community will parade y'all asses out there because they're on some all-inclusiveness. No, they're not. They're not all-inclusive. They just parade you around so they can say, hey, look, this black person is, historically, this black person has been treated bad. Treating this person bad is just like treating me bad. So we're all in this together. Ain't that right, Negro? Yes. And the thing is, this is why they get those Negroes from the Caribbean and Africa to pull that shit with. Peep the game. It's easy for a Caribbean or African Negro to come out here and join forces with them and shit on the rest of black society because in that nigga's mind, he's like, well, shit, I ain't been enslaved over here. My ancestors weren't enslaved. So it's easy for the Negro from Africa, the immigrant coon, and not all Africans are coons, I'm not saying that at all, but it's easy for them to come over here and latch up with white mommy and white daddy and throw all of us under the bus. Because when the reparations come, he ain't getting none anyway. He ain't getting none of it. So they're like, well, shit, All my shit is coming from white mommy, so that's where my loyalty is. So they'll get the blackest Negro out there and parade them around. You understand? That's the reality of it. We got to understand certain Negroes that they pull out. We got to understand the type of Negroes that they pull out there and play that game with. And Negroes are always acting as the watchdogs for the LGBT community, the white LGBT community, when you call out their racism. You dig? Because a lot of black folks, these Negroes are content with gutter sex. No matter how racist these white supremacists are within the LGBT community, they're Negroes that'll lie up with them. Just like with Milo. Milo is clicked in with the alt-right, and he's laying up with other black men, all these niggas, and they try to use that to point out, well, they try to say that he's not racist because Milo has sex with black dudes. I mean, that's just gutter sex. Say, which Caribbean island am I talking about? I'm talking about all of them who have coons that come over here. All the Caribbean islands, they have a certain sector of coons. All of them. We have coons over here. We have coons here. The thing is, when the coons come from your islands, and not the whole island ain't coons, I ain't saying that, but they only really let the coons over here. They make sure they're nice and coonish. That's why a lot of them are adopted. By the time they adopt you and then they run you through the ringer, you done when it comes to black society. Black society is a wrap if you come around. Black society is a wrap because, nigga, you come over here looking the part, but you get around black society and you're infiltrating everything in black society because you don't see yourself as us. You dig? But the thing is, these Negroes, and this is what we got to get on code, because we can get on code against the Milos and against the white supremacists within the LGBT community, just like the white supremacists in the greater society. But we're going to have to start identifying these coons and really delegitimizing these coons and calling them out in mass. We got to start doing that. We got to start calling these coons out in mass who try to cape for the white LGBT community's racism. You dig? These intersectional Negroes, they are a problem. We ain't got time to play with niggas like that. Yeah, the governor of Maine, LePage, he has a black son, of course, yeah. But we got to watch these Negroes. We got to watch them. Because the thing is, they'll start caping for the racism in the LBG community and ignore the fact that historically the white LGBT community, like I said, they've always done little slick shit against black society. Just like in slavery, they were slave owners. J. Edgar Hoover was an LGBT guy. J. Edgar Hoover was well known that he was an LGBT man who decimated black society. J. Edgar Hoover went out of his way to destroy black society. We ain't got no friends. We don't have no friends. You dig? He's one of the most top-ranking LGBT cats. Yeah, he was a cross-dresser. Yeah, everybody knew what his deal was. Everybody knew what his deal was. Yeah, we know that J. Edgar Hoover had black ancestry, but the thing is, to cover that up, he went extra hard at black society. He didn't want folks to know that, so he went out of his way to decimate black society. You dig? So, these people, they've had the same anti-black racism in their communities as the dominant society. Speaking of white supremacist groups, y'all know a few weeks ago, the FBI, one of the FBI agencies, they designated the white supremacist group the Proud Boys. They designated them officially as an extremist group. Right after they did that, the leader, Gavin McInnes, he made an announcement that he quit the Proud Boys, or they started scrambling. Which, he ain't quit nothing. They're trying to save face. And then a few days ago, another FBI agency, another FBI branch in Oregon, and y'all know Washington State, Oregon, loaded with white supremacist groups. Some of the biggest cells of white supremacists is right over there in the Pacific Northwest. As a matter of fact, there's a black man who was a DJ at a club, I think it was one of the white clubs, and a group of skinheads attacked his brother a couple of days ago. But, yeah, Gavin is a coward. But again, this is the problem with these white supremacists. The FBI agent said, hey, we didn't really designate the Proud Boys as an extremist group, and we didn't plan on doing that. So they're backpedaling on designating the Proud Boys as an extremist group. So now they're backpedaling on that. And you know why they're doing that? They're backpedaling on it to save themselves from lawsuits, because the Proud Boys have several members who have infiltrated law enforcement. If you look, there's a lot of different police agencies that have active Proud Boy members. Certain people from certain police officers really have been fired for being members of the Proud Boys. So these are just a couple that we know. Whenever the Proud Boys are up there in Oregon or Washington State, there's always police protecting them. The police are on their side. These guys commit murders. These guys are a dangerous organization. And they have infiltrated different police agencies, and the FBI realized that. So now, when you designate these people as an extremist group, and then if we start doing research and finding out that people on an extremist group or who's on an extremist list, they're working at a police agency, so now that police agency can be sued for the actions of those officers. So now you have a precedent. Yeah, you can be sued now. So now if an officer who's connected with the Proud Boys touch somebody up or harm somebody, and the Proud Boys have been designated as an extremist group, you can sue that agency. So you're opening that shit up. You open it up for a plethora of lawsuits. So they realized that some lawyers must have hollered at the FBI and said, hey, y'all got too many fucking Proud Boys working in your midst. So y'all got to walk that back. You did? And that's the thing. The Proud Boys and these other white extremist groups, they are knowingly, and the police know what they are, and they're allowing that to happen. The police ain't dumb. They're allowing that to happen. So they get these white supremacist militia groups to do the dirty work for them. They go out here and kill somebody, and they're connected with the police. And the police start acting like Keystone Cops. Oh, we couldn't find a suspect. Oh, we're going to investigate, though. When the police were really in on it, they just had the militia groups do the dirty work for them. Just like this black man out here in LA. Here's a black man who got shot in a park in Long Beach in broad daylight. They never found out who did it. Now, they know who killed that man. They know who killed that man. In the city of Los Angeles, there's cameras on every fucking block. You can't walk nowhere without a camera. You don't shoot somebody in a park in broad daylight, and now this person has just gotten away scot-free. You don't know who or where they are. They know exactly who it is. They're working with them. They're working with these white supremacist groups. And when these white supremacists, when they raided my house, when they tried to orchestrate an assassination on me, when I was talking to the detectives and the investigators, as I'm talking to them, I'm realizing that they're in on this shit. Just some of the shit they were saying. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. These motherfuckers are in on this. Just talking to them and the excuses they were making. I'm like, they're in on this shit. You dig? So we got to understand. And the dude, yeah, he used a rifle, shot this dude in broad daylight at a park. Come on, dude. But, you know, the police are not dumb. They're not dumb. The investigators are not dumb. You know, whenever it comes, now if a black person commits a crime, they're going to find that nigga. If a black person commits a crime, they're going to find you and every other nigga you know. They're going to find you. They're going to get to the bottom of that shit. They're going to find your ass. But when these white supremacists are committing crimes, all of a sudden, they don't know how to find them. All of a sudden, you ain't hitting them with them RICO laws. Just like that dude out there in Charlottesville who killed that woman. He killed that woman out there and, you know, they sentenced him. He didn't get sentenced. He got convicted. They haven't sentenced him yet. And basically, he martyred himself. But the fact that they didn't get the people he was with. Remember, he was out there in Charlottesville, the white supremacist who killed the woman in the car. He was out there with a group of other people, a gang who was all dressed alike. He was out there with a very specific gang of people. The shit was premeditated. They were all dressed alike. That's perfect for the RICO statute. Now all of a sudden they can't RICO him and the rest of his group. This dude did a premeditated murder, dressed up as a whole bunch of other people, and he's the only one who goes to jail. If a black person in a green shirt goes and shoots somebody, everybody in that neighborhood who had on a green shirt that day, they're getting hit with a RICO. They're going to RICO the shit out of them. You understand? So we got to get on code. Say Phoenix police about to get an upgrade on their weapons. I believe that. Yeah, but police are not, they're not as dumb as they try to pretend to be. They're selectively dumb. Did y'all see there was a story a couple of weeks ago, the brother who got arrested, I think he got charged too for like terrorism because somebody overheard him say, man, I'm about to go blow this bathroom up. Meaning he was going to go take a shit, but he said it out loud. He's like, man, I'm about to go blow this bathroom up. And somebody called the cops on him and they arrested this brother for making terroristic threats. This was a story a few weeks ago. It was a black dude. And a lot of black people were reacting to the story, talking about, well, these people need to understand words in black culture. They just don't, the police need to understand how we talk. They need to understand the terms we used in black culture. Let me tell you something. All they do is study black culture. All they do is study black culture. It ain't like they don't know our terms and slang. They make it a point to learn every new term of slang we come out with. They know exactly what the fuck we're talking about, and they knew that the dude wasn't talking about no terrorism. I want y'all to understand that. Because we got this thing where we want to teach them. No, they know that man wasn't talking about blowing up no damn bathroom. They knew what he meant. They didn't care. They're going to play dumb as an excuse to lock him up. They were just playing dumb as if they didn't know what he was talking about. But no, that's what we need to lock up niggas for any reason. All we need is a good reason. He said he's going to blow the bathroom up. Well, we're going to say that's a terroristic threat. We're white and we say so. We can say whatever we want. We're white and we say so. I remember, and I peeped that a long time ago. I remember back in the late 80s, I had a 4-finger ring. That was the style then. Everybody, you go look at TV, everybody had on 4-finger rings. And I had a police officer who arrested me for having a 4-finger ring. He said, well, the white cop, hey, you got a weapon, man. Those are brass knuckles. I said, you know good and well, these are not brass knuckles. Every rapper, everybody has these rings. The shit has little designs on it. You know good and well, these are not brass knuckles, dude. Well, they look like brass knuckles to me. I said, okay. That was what I'm white and I say so, basically. He was basically telling me I'm white and I say they are brass knuckles. So I stopped copping pleas. I stopped trying to explain. I said, okay, he knows. He knows they're not brass knuckles, but he's making a quota. They have a quota, and this is what they're going to use. You know, they're going to use anything to make a quota. So that was a life lesson for me. That was a life lesson for me. That's the game that they play. You dig? So they play dumb when it's convenient. They're not dumb at all. And we got to get this thing out of our brain that they're afraid of us and they're ignorant. Because people start talking about, well, racism is really about fear and ignorance. I saw some video of a dude talking about how to deal with the police if you get pulled over, and he said something about a police officer came to the car and with a flashlight, and the flashlight was shaking, and the brother was like, that shows that they have a fear of us. Listen, black people, listen to me. Black people, listen. I want black people to understand this shit. Black people, please stop saying that these race soldiers are afraid of you. Black people, I really want you to get this through your head. These race soldiers are not afraid of you. They're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of you, family. When they walk up to your car, they're not afraid of you. They know when they pull you over, they got you. They're the least afraid. First of all, black people ain't gonna do nothing to no damn cop for the most part. The people they should be afraid of are other white people. A white person is gonna harm them faster than a black person. A black person ain't gonna do nothing once they're pulled over. They don't fear you. They're not blowing your brains out because they're scared of you. That's the lie that they have to tell in order to get the case to run through the courtroom. That's a lie they have to tell. They have to say, oh, well, I had to shoot him. I was in fear of my life. I was so scared. If you know what I need? I need some sensitivity training. Well, we're going to send you to the African American History Museum so that you're not scared of blacks no more. Well, if that's my punishment, I guess I'll have to take it. That's a con game. Black people, stop fucking feeding into that. When you feed into that, they're scared of me shit, because that also makes black people feel good. They scared of me. They got to kill me because they scared of me. Get off that. They're not scared. They're not scared of you. They're doing it because they can. They're doing it because killing you, that's a come up for them. They're not going to get punished for killing you for a good reason. The good reason is, as long as there are not too many cameras around and they say, I fear for my life, they can kill you with impunity and get rewarded for it. They become millionaires by shooting you. Your bounty. They become heroes for shooting you. They know that you're scared. They're not scared of you. They know you scared. They know you sit upright. They know. But they run the game on you as if you're scaring them. So then black folks got to go around here and try to be less scary. See that game they run on you? Well, what I do, I'll be, yes sir, no sir, I have my hand right here. I wear different clothes. I put on a suit. I won't have my hat to the back. Now you got to go through all these little nooks and crannies so you think that you don't look scary. They don't give a shit what you have on. Real talk, Ola, they retire off killing you. They kill you and they know their GoFundMe is going to get popped up. Don't let them run game on you. Don't keep telling yourself that they're afraid of you. Once they pull you over, they're not afraid of you. They're only afraid of one type of Negro. You understand me? The white supremacists and race soldiers, there's only one type of Negro that they're afraid of. They're not afraid of a nigga who done got pulled over. They know you're done. Once they pull you over, they got you. You're done. They got you. So there's no fear. They're only afraid of one type of black person. That's a black person who has gone 100% ambush rogue. A black person who has gone rogue, that's the black person that they're afraid of. A black person who said, fuck it, I'm starting to ambush. Once they know that there's a black person out there ambushing, that's the kind of nigga they're afraid of. Now, they're very afraid of that. And I'll give you an example. That goes back to slavery. Nat Turner, they were afraid of Nat Turner. Once a black person has waged war on them, Chris Dorner, they were terrified of Chris Dorner. Do y'all I'm in LA. They were terrified of Chris Dorner. Chris Dorner was going to bring the fight to them. He used to be a cop too. And he went rogue. Chris Dorner shut this city down. The whole city was shut down. One black man. Micah Johnson. They were afraid of Micah Johnson. They were terrified of Micah Johnson. They couldn't even go in there and get Micah Johnson. They had to send a robot to get Michael Johnson. Do you understand me? They had to send a robot to get him. They had to send a robot to get Micah Johnson. You dig? Brian Nichols out of Atlanta. Remember him? Brother Brian Nichols out of Atlanta. I call him Super Nigga. This nigga broke out of jail. Did he kill a judge? That nigga, they took him in the court or something, and he killed a couple of people, beat up somebody else, and that nigga got out of court in Atlanta. That nigga got up out the courtroom, carjacked somebody. You dig? Brian Nichols, that was Super Nigga. That nigga jumped down a floor stairs. That nigga was, that nigga broke out of the courtroom. And just like a nigga, a white woman finessed his ass and calmed him down, and then he got captured again because of a white woman. That nigga broke into some white woman's house, and she put some white woman magic on his ass and made him some pancakes and some shit. Calmed that nigga down, and he turned himself back in. Like, god damn, nigga. She done put the white woman magic on your ass. Yeah? Man. Yeah, the zebra killers up there in the Bay. Yeah, when a nigga goes rogue, when a nigga's out there, when they know there's a rogue Negro out there, the city shuts down. When there's a rogue Negro, it gets shut down fast. They don't do that when there's a rogue white boy somewhere. I remember there was a case where, not too long ago, this white boy who shot a couple of cops and he was on the run for a few days. It was like, it wasn't nothing. But when some Negroes out there going rogue, just busting on people randomly, like the DC snipers, great example. The DC snipers, they were doing that shit. And the DC snipers, they were trying to start a race war, from what I understand. That's why they were shooting black and white people. They were trying to make it seem like black people were getting shot by white people too. So they were trying to get a race war popping. But that DC sniper, once they found out they were black and going around shooting folks, they had this whole country shook. They had the whole country shook. You dig? So those are the kind of Negroes that they're scared of. But you in your car putting out a blunt and trying to clear the air out your car, no, they ain't tripping on that. Man. Yeah, they ain't scared of you at all. They ain't killing you because they're scared. They're killing you because they can. They're killing you for two reasons. They're killing you because they can, and they're killing you because there's no repercussions. They know that there are no repercussions. They know you're going to sit there and take that, and that's what it is. They know that. They know they can kill your kids because you ain't going to do shit but come out there with Benjamin Crump and wait on that check to come through so you can ball out. You dig? Yeah, down in Houston, some black soldiers put in work. But yeah, let's get off that fear and ignorance thing. They're scared because of fear and ignorance. That's bullshit. Well, it's a lot of y'all up in here tonight, man. Yeah, but historically, black folks who bust back and who's on code, that's another thing. Because just busting back is another thing. But one black person busting back, that's scary to them. A lot of black people busting back, who's on code, the world is over for them. I didn't see the Sandra Bland documentary, but I have to see it. But a lot of black people getting on code, fighting them back, that's a major problem. That's why they have to terrorize you and scare you. And that's why that type of activity historically, they have to bury that. That's why the Haitian Revolution, that's why they had to go out of their way to bury that. That's why anything about the Haitian Revolution, unless it's handpicked by them, they don't like talking about it. When in New York, when they were going to name that street in New York after Dessalines, y'all saw how the white supremacists were acting on Fox News. They were all getting mad. When they were about to name a street in New York and Brooklyn after Dessalines, the white supremacists was losing their mind. Like, oh, fucking hell no. Dessalines was a genocidal dictator. Listen to the language they're using. They'll tolerate Toussaint Louverture. They'll tolerate Louverture. They can't tolerate Dessalines. I want you to be very clear. They might mention Toussaint. You know, they'll tolerate him. Because Toussaint wanted to kind of work a deal out with Napoleon. Dessalines, on the other hand, was like, fuck all of them. All the white supremacists gotta go. Keputet Bouleke, what is it? Keputet Bouleke, off with their damn heads. Off with their heads. They gotta go. Dessalines wasn't trying to make no damn deals. Dessalines said the French killed who? How many they killed? They killed 300 of our people. Kill 400 of them. That's what it's gonna be. You going to the store? Come here. Y'all say what's up to my wife. Come here. Say hi to everybody, please. Let the boy sleep. What's up? Come say hi to everybody, Lexi. They wanted to say hi. Coupetet Bouleke. There you go. Thank you, my Haitian brothers. Kepetet Bouleke. Come say hi, man. You're dressed like a homeless Mexican. What you got?
What's wrong with it?
Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. What's going on? What you getting at the store?
You know, the boys' shirts. There you go.
Oh, okay. Cool. You gonna get strawberries and all that for a side?
Oh no, I was going to Target.
You going to Target?
Yeah.
Are they still open this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No doubt.
Fresh ingredients.
Yeah. Man. But let me show you something. This is funny. I'm gonna post it up on my page. But hold on, look, check this out. This is funny right here. Hold on.
Positively Georgia. CBS 46 salutes Montlick and Associates.
Hold on, if I get this damn commercial out the mix. Hold on.
With dedicated attorneys who work hard to protect injured people.
Let me show you all this.
Years of giving back to our communities. It's no surprise that Montlick and
commercial.
Associates is Positively Georgia.
This was
All new at 11. Meditation is not easing the minds of several people tonight. They paid thousands of dollars for an out-of-town retreat.
The organizer canceling the event and initially keeping the cash. Now the victims contacting Better Call Harry for spiritual and financial healing. Zaza Ali is an author who promotes healing and transformation.
Peace. How y'all doing? This is Zaza Ali.
Website gives a glimpse into her mind.
You know, my life goal, which is to raise the consciousness of this planet.
She's on YouTube talking about all kinds of stuff. And she travels the nation speaking at events and retreats.
According to her Instagram page, she's a truth seeker.
Alicia Burrows heard Zaza speak and has been following her ever since.
For years, I've been following her, and I just, not necessarily agree with everything she says, but a lot of things that she says speaks to me.
Earlier this year, she signed up for this sold-out women's weekend retreat in Sedona, Arizona. Alicia booked the trip for her and her daughter. She paid $2,998. But one day before the trip, Alicia got a call from Zaza's assistant. The trip was canceled. Via email, Zaza claimed she'd been in an accident. But when we contacted the hotel, the sales director confirmed that they canceled the event 1 month earlier because they hadn't been paid.
That's the thing. You had 30 days to give us whatever story you were going to give us. You had 30 days to say, I'm not going to be able to do it. Something came up.
That's enough.
And her gut told her she wasn't.
All right, that's enough. Okay. But bless her heart. Lord, I just wanted to play that. Okay. Lord. Okay. Bless her heart. You did. Now, y'all know I've addressed Sister Zaza years ago. I had some issues with her. And I'm not trying to bring up old wounds, but yeah, what year was that? I'm talking about years ago. I had some issues with Zaza, and I told people about her background, and I told people years ago. So I'm not surprised. Hopefully, I think they got it together. Zaza, please don't make no videos about me. I'm not saying anything. This was on the news a couple of days ago. And I think after that report came out on the news, she worked it all out. I think she did, but I'm not surprised. I told people years ago. that there's some questionable practices going on there. But again, I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm not trying to start anything. Was it 2014, 2015? I was going in a little bit back then because there was some things she'd said that I really didn't appreciate. So I had to pull some paperwork out and had to pull out some receipts back then, and now y'all see why. All right. But Zaza's gonna hit her a lick. She's gonna hit a lick, regardless, boy. Man, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. But like I said, I spoke about some things. Yeah, Griff is not with her no more. Griff, he's with the lovely Soleil. He's married to Soleil now. Shout out to them. You know? So it looked like there's gonna be a somebody said it's gonna be a Zaza Ali school for girls. A lot of people, if I be having little beefs with people, there's a reason why. I'm not really in the wrong in none of these shits. I'm a real humble dude, man. I don't, if somebody has a beef with me, usually it's some shit they got going on. It ain't, y'all know me. I'm pretty thorough. I don't do all this shit. If I got a beef with somebody and I'm telling y'all some shit about motherfuckers' backgrounds, you dig? Is she still cool with boys? How's Boyce? I haven't talked to Boyce in a minute. Is she still good with Boyce? I don't know. Because a lot of stuff I don't keep up on the internet. And shout out to my brother Boyce. Oh, man. Man. Oh, you talked to Griff at the airport last week in Jersey? Oh, that's what's up. Man, I don't seek out no beefs. That's the thing. If you know that y'all got shit like this popping in your life, please don't come at me. Don't come at me for nothing. Y'all don't come at me. Y'all no. Y'all do not come at me. Y'all do not come at me. But much respect to her. So are y'all saying that Zaza and Umar are about to open up a co-ed school? They about to open up the Gladys Knight, Peebo Bryson, Cicely Tyson, Tyler Perry, Regina Hall, Tickle Me Elmo School for girls and boys! Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I heard about the so-called announcement that's coming in January. Okay. The announcement means the announcement is coming. The announcement means the school's going to be open in 2021. That's the announcement. The announcement in January is going to be that the school opens in 2021. It's going to get pushed back. The announcement is the school is going to be open in Wakanda. The school is going to open up in 2021 in East Wakanda. And Zaza is going to be the principal. Oh, God. Lord. Yeah, I deliver everything. That's what I do. That's why I don't like to even say nothing. If I'm not working on nothing, I won't even say nothing. Dude, I have to be working on something before I even announce it. So when people ask me when is it coming, I can give you a date. Okay, it's going to be ready here. It's going to pop off here. Man. But again, I'm not trying to throw Zaza under the bus. I'm not. I just thought that was interesting. That came on the news. And I just thought it was interesting. Not trying to throw her under the bus at all. I'm not. Yeah. Cause I don't want moist niggas. That's another thing. I don't want moist niggas to get this little clip and start making videos. Tariq Nasheed is beefing with Zaza again. Oh, I hate mush mouth niggas. I really despise goofy mush mouth niggas on YouTube. I really despise that. The release date HC5, we're looking at either June or before. It'll be no later than June. But June is the tentative date so far. You dig? Man. Where can you get this shirt? You can get it at hiddencolorsfilm.com. hiddencolorsfilm.com. Peanut sent me earlier. Let me show y'all. So I saw something that kind of grossed me out. Hold on. Look at this video. Hold on one second.
I don't wanna lose this relationship, so we gotta stay strong. Don't wanna move on. I know you say it's not.
How motherfucker teeth get like this?
Fighting and cussing, but I love you, and you love me too.
How your teeth get like this?
You did me wrong. Now take you back. You take me back.
And this is all up in a woman's face.
Did you wrong, girl? You did me wrong. I'll take you back. I'll take you back. No matter what.
Oh my God, this nigga teeth and this mouth. Ladies, can I talk to the ladies? I'm gonna talk to the ladies because I always wanted this. Ladies, have y'all dated a nigga with a mouth that raggedy? I just want to get my mind wrapped around what it's like to be intimate with a motherfucker mouth looking like that. I know that nigga breath smelled like pinky toe blisters. His breath looked like it's horrible. With your mouth like that. I mean, ladies, have y'all ever dated a motherfucker mouth like that? Nigga teeth looking like she cells? I've never seen somebody's mouth that raggedy. And I've seen raggedy mouths like that. But I just would like to know what's this motherfucker breath smell like? God. I mean, you can't even fix that. Can you fix a motherfucker teeth that's spaced out? That nigga mouth just got a bunch of even numbers. Just like 2, 4, 6, 8. This nigga got even number teeth. That nigga teeth came in twos. My God. And he all up in this woman's face and she's sitting up there soaking it in. She's in this nigga face. No, somebody's dating these niggas. Y'all can sit up in this room and be like, oh, hell no, fuck all that. Some of these niggas, I mean, as you see, he got a woman. Some of these niggas be having kids. Somebody's having these niggas babies. Little old space mouth teeth on these babies. Somebody's fucking these niggas. I mean, damn. Ladies, talk to me. I mean, this nigga's real romantic with the love. The raggedy teeth and the love. I'm like, shit, for Christmas, get that nigga a specialized toothbrush. God damn. But for a nigga mouth to get that raggedy, damn. I mean, you can't be born with raggedy ass fucking teeth like that. So what is this nigga eating? That nigga eating a bunch of damn taffy and just pulling his teeth out like that. Man. Ah, Lord. Shout out to the ladies that can deal with that. But I know a motherfucker breath cannot be popping like that, man. Oh, Lord. Anyway, man, let me get out of here. I gotta go in the house, see what's up with my kids, make sure they sleep. But look, the Mink Slide concert is coming up, man. The Mink Slide concert is coming up in 2 weeks. Let me look at the date, man. We're going to be in Atlanta in 2 weeks. Y'all see the link right there? Click Mink Slide. Where are my Atlanta people? Let me look at the thing. Oh, man, we're getting ready. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's shit. Oh, damn, it's the 9th. So really not this Saturday. The Saturday after this. This shit is really coming up soon. So I'll be in Atlanta next week. Oh, so this shit is coming up. So it's about to be popping. So family, look, all my Atlanta folks, and not just Atlanta people, Augusta, come on through. All my Florida people, come on through. Detroit, fly on in. I got people flying in from California coming through. I think some people are coming in from out of the country to come join us at the Mink Slide concert. We're going to have a very, very good time with the family. You know, and this, I wanted to do the Mink Slide concert just to be around some of my diehard 300s. You know, this is really, it's almost like a party for you guys. You got those tickets, that's what's up. You know, I wanted us to be somewhere where we can just have a good time and just kind of let our hair down. We talk about so many heavy subjects. I would like for us to be in a place where people of like minds can just enjoy ourselves for the night. It's going to be around the holidays. Bring your family. We're going to have a very good time down in Atlanta. Sweet Nate, if you're in Florida, you need to come on up. You already got the Airbnb and the tickets. That's what's up. You know, we might have an impromptu after party. You dig? Because a lot of folks are asking about the after party. So y'all gonna party with me and the group. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have us a very good time. Someone said dentists are expensive. That nigga could have saved money to get a dentist. And if your teeth are looking like that, nigga, money would not be no obstacle. Nigga, I'll be out there selling bricks to get my teeth fixed. You dig? I'll be out there fighting pit bulls. I'll be doing something to raise some money to get my goddamn teeth fixed if they look like that. That dude's teeth was a damn beast. Ain't no excuse to have your mouth looking like that. That nigga teeth ragged as hell. That nigga probably got on some brand new Jordans. You understand? That's the thing. People be talking about it's expensive to get your damn teeth fixed. Bullshit. These niggas be all on Instagram, raggedy ass mouth with a Gucci belt on and shit. Fuck out of here. Nigga, teeth all spaced out. Talking about, look at my drip. Nigga, your gums is dripping with blood. You sour, sore mouth motherfucker. Take your ass to a dentist. You know, walking around with raggedy ass mouths ain't the business. Walking around with raggedy ass mouths ain't the business. Yeah, get a GoFundMe for your teeth. Then get an Indiegogo page for your teeth. Nigga, I'll do a documentary about your teeth, nigga. Call that shit Hidden Molars. We'll do a whole documentary on your fucking teeth and the history of raggedy mouth niggas. We'll go back into the Neanderthal days. We'll do a DNA and find your ancestors from the Gappy tribe. Yeah, I'm mad at a motherfucker mouth. Yeah, I'm mad at a random nigga's teeth. Because that same nigga be emailing me, man, Tariq, how come these bitches ain't cooperating? I don't know what it is, man. I got money. I got me a good job, my nigga. These bitches ain't acting right. I said, damn, what's going on with you, man? I mean, I don't know, man. It's always a raggedy mouth nigga trying to blame other shit. Yeah, these black bitches don't know how to act. And I'm going to get me a bunny, my nigga. I'm going to get me one of these bunnies. And then when I see that nigga teeth, nigga, you are a bunny with your rabbit mouth ass. Fuck is you talking about? You got the bunny teeth, nigga. That's the problem. Get these bunny fucking teeth fixed. So that's why. Because these same niggas be complaining to me about women problems. And jealous of regular teeth niggas. Be at home mad at your lady. Yeah, I saw you all up in that nigga face. What you talking about? I was just talking to my friend at work. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, that nigga got all his fucking teeth. You like niggas with straight teeth. That's what you wanted. Why you with me, though? Why you in here? If that's what you want. You want a nigga with straight motherfucking teeth, bitch. Why you all up in here? Like, look, nigga, I'm leaving. You tripping. Then that nigga go strangle your ass with some dental floss. Come here, ho. You ain't going nowhere, bitch. That nigga strangle you with his big ass floss. That nigga got a floss with a cord. Oh, you think you're real slick, man? Oh, come here, ho. So yeah, I'm clowning that nigga's teeth. Yeah, I'm clowning his goddamn teeth. That nigga has tooth envy. That nigga has tooth envy. That nigga be bragging about saving money to get his new teeth. You know how niggas be saving money to get a new car. Nigga he come in the house from work. Hey baby, I got some good news. I got some teeth on layaway. Yeah. That nigga wrote Oprah Winfrey to get a pair of teeth. That nigga's just doing anything to get some teeth. That nigga wrote Oprah. And now Oprah and Iyanla done brought that nigga on to give him a tooth journey. Then Iyanla get his ass. Listen, beloved. How did your mouth get so raggedy? Well, what happened was I didn't have no dental plan. Not on my watch! Iyanla be cussing his ass out. You could have been and got your goddamn teeth fixed. Man. I talked about Sandra Bland about an hour ago, Malcolm X. All right, with your slick mouth ass. I talked about that. I ain't taking no calls. I can't take no calls. I don't feel like dealing with it. With all that simping that called me the other day, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. Man. See, what Kid Rock just paid $81,000 at Walmart in Nashville of gifts trying to get back in. He's trying to be like Tyler Perry. Yeah, he's trying to be like Tyler. Tyler Perry paid people's layaway off at different Walmarts down in Atlanta. So shout out to Tyler Perry. And I like Tyler. People talk about Tyler. Tyler, he seems like a genuinely good dude, and he does a lot of good things. So I take my hat off to Tyler. That was a fly thing that brother did. Nobody can hate on that at all. At my school, I'm going to have a dental plan. Man. The next Instagram Live, I do not know when the next Instagram Live is. Do not know. But again, like I said, get your tickets to join me and my group, Mink Slide, me, the APX. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun down in Atlanta. My camera guys, I need some camera guys to work with down there in Atlanta because we're going to be doing there's going to be some behind the scenes stuff. A lot of shit I want to shoot. My camera guys, if you're in Atlanta, my videographers who's good, email me, info@tariqelite.com. My videographers, if you're in Atlanta, hit me up, man, so I can hire you. info@tariqelite.com. That's my email. You dig? Jay Somerset, irrelevant ass niggas are irrelevant. They don't really matter. We don't really address irrelevant niggas in here, brother. What's up, Lavarius Wright? What's up, brother? Man, but yeah, Mink Slide gonna be popping. Get y'all tickets at minkslide.com and subscribe to the channel. And also another thing, I hit the Patreon too, because the thing is, I do these hot videos, and what happens is YouTube will demonetize my stuff. Whenever I talk about white supremacy, YouTube will demonetize my videos. So I make a lot of money for YouTube. That's why when y'all see these videos, you don't see any ads on them. Because YouTube, whenever I can talk about anything else, but when I start going in on white supremacy, they demonetize that. So to supplement that, we want everybody to follow the Patreon account as a way to supplement that. You dig? But anyway, I will holler at you guys Tuesday on ISM Radio, and y'all have a good one, fam.